INART has just dropped some new photos of this upcoming Terminator T800, the OG Terminator 1 Arnold Schwarzenegger 1/6 scale figure. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing and see if this is going to tempt you to jump into this purchase. Did you already purchase the Hot Toys like myself? I got the Battle Damage on deck coming to me real soon. Now, I didn't go with the clean version. Now, this one is going to be the part 1. The OG one. So a lot of people aren't going to be familiar with this movie because everybody's seen T2, but this is T1. So let's take a look. Let's see. Is INART the king of 1/6 scale? So first off, yes, this thing is about to drop December 29th. So you have a little bit of time to get your money together, compile your thoughts and think, am I going to purchase this thing? We're going to find out. We could RSVP now on INART's official website, but let's go ahead and take a look at what it has to offer as far as its looks. So first off, right off the bat, we do have this head sculpt with some damage. There is no pure clean version. He is going to have damage in all head sculpts. There's only 2, but damage throughout. Okay. So taking a look at this, I would say accurately, it looks like the version of T800 from the first movie for sure, but I do have one gripe. I've already seen this picture before and I have one gripe. That gripe is the hair, the spike hair. It doesn't look right to me. The spiked hair is a little bit off. Hot Toys is still the masters of sculpted hair sculpts, bar none. Now, INART does better, rooted hair, but Hot Toys has it down pat with the sculpted hair. But let's move on to something more positive. This is apparently lambskin leather is what they described it as. Lambskin leather. I'm not a leather expert, but I do know it's real leather. What the lamb part is, not quite sure, but it sounds pretty, sounds official, right? Sounds like, oh yeah, it's not regular leather. It's lambskin leather. This one right here, we do have some movable eyes. That blood does look like a darker tone than what you would normally see in a Hot Toys. It's not super like this right here, right? So this is a good look here. It looks realistic. Looks like partially dried blood. I do like here. This is where the art comes in INART. Take a look at this earlobe. Well, not earlobe, the top of the ear. Look at that redness on the top of the ear. That's freaking sick. Now that is attention to detail. Shout out to INART. Now here's that second head sculpt I talk about. We got this more clean version, but of course we still have the missing eye. T800, young Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I'm just not feeling that hair. It feels like the hair, the spiky part is separated from the rest of the hair. So I'll have to go back later on and take a look at the pictures and see if this is really how it was, but something about it looks a little bit off, almost like that will be a compartment you remove and then, adjust the eyes. I don't think that's the case, but it looks a little bit off. Here we go with some dramatic lighting. My guy's looking like he's in Frankenstein mode with all the damage. Check out that piston in his jaw. That's freaking sick. Now, this is the iconic poster. Now, this is a good job. This is a good job as far as photography goes. It looks amazing. But, there is a but. This hand is looking super rough. This is not up to par. That looks like a piece of plastic on the hand. It almost looks like on his finger, his pointer finger, that maybe they didn't paint this properly and you have some bleed over, or maybe that's sliding. Either way, they're going to have to work on these are the prototypes. They're going to have to work on these hands. These hands are not looking up to snuff. To me, a little bit disappointed in that, to be honest with you. The rest of the figure is looking really good, especially those glasses. Check out how they're translucent. That looks good. Those hands, we need some work. Another artistic pose with some extreme dynamic lighting. Very good. Another one with the blue and red setup. Here we go. This looks like straight up like this could be cut out of the movie. They're really going in on these shots on these head sculpts because that is fantastic. It's fantastic. I like that damage in his lower lip. These are looking good. But of course, these are dark shots, stylized shots. This one with the blue looks real good. those sunglasses. That's one thing on these Hot Toys and these 1/6 scale figures. They really cheap out, and when there's sunglasses involved, they just go ahead and do a piece of plastic and paint it black. I like that these are see-through, translucent. This is bringing it up to the next level. Pay attention, Hot Toys. We need something like this. If you're doing sunglasses, don't be doing us dirty with the painted black. Don't do that. I'm taking a look at this guy's shirt right here. Looks like an old school sweatpant type gear from the 80s. You had to be there. It was rocking that type of style of gray sweat jumpsuit. Another stylized photo. We see that iris on his eye. It does have a glassy look. It looks very realistic. Another headshot. Very stoic. Well, he's a villain, but you know, still kind of stoic. Now, they did mention here that he does have a switch out forearm with the bandage and the blood stain. But once again, that hand is looking a little bit too glossy. It's looking way too plasticky, in my opinion. When we have this level of head sculpt and tailoring, this is lacking just a bit. We need to tone down that gloss. Cool over the shoulder shot, over the back. The damage on the lambskin leather. Very nice. Check out the tailoring on the jacket. We have a zipper. It looks like it will be functional. I hope so. Everything's looking legit. Everything's looking fantastic with the exception of that hand. Got to work on that hand. Because you see, it's so glossy. It's way more glossy than even his face. So maybe they could tone that down. Got some effects here, some reflection in the sunglasses. All of this is looking really good. Now, what the price is going to be, I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing $500 to $600 US. Man, it's kind of funny how everybody go ahead and they drop a certain figure, and then every company is like, yeah, me too. I could do it too. I could do it better. And you get into this game of like, you want to get the figure, you get the first version from one company, maybe it's a Hot Toys, and then INART drops. And then it's even better in a lot of cases. And then Hot Toys is like, you know, hold my beer. They come out with a second version a year down the line. It's this back and forth, back and forth. It really keeps you like, you don't know when to jump on a particular figure. Like in this case, a Terminator. We had the T2, now we got the T1. It even has me thinking, what do I want? I got the battle damage T2 coming. Do I switch it up, cancel that, go with the OG T1 because of the higher quality? Now, the style of INART is more of a museum style, whereas the Hot Toys, you have that diorama base with the glowing embers, the molten metal underneath. So it's very interactive. It's more flashy, more fun, but this seems more professional, more artistic, hence INART, right? So you have that museum style base. It's bland, but it's very classy. I think it's impressive. I like what they're doing here. The question is, who do you go with? I've been rocking with Hot Toys. Was never really a believer in INART. But now, like I said in my previous video, I'm starting to believe in the vision of INART. One of my main complaints was that they made everybody's skin is so pale. So when you get a figure like this, the Terminator, his skin is supposed to be somewhat pale. That was the vibe, the color aesthetic of the original movie. And not to mention, you know, he's an android. He doesn't really have flesh. So this all fits. This all works really well. I did pre-order the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, and once again, she has pale skin. It's the vibe of that character. So it works, but when the character has very flush, blood-filled skin, I don't like what they do with the painting on their skin. But in this case, I really do. So these shots are absolutely epic. Man, you guys gotta let me know below. Are you rocking with this? Are you putting in your RSVP on the INART website to get this figure on your doorstep as soon as possible? You gotta let me know in the comments below. Which way you going? You sticking with Hot Toys? You jumping on this INART figure? Let me know below. Thanks for checking out the video. I'll be bringing up some more reviews, some more previews in the future. And thanks for watching. Peace.